AITA for cutting off my golden child sister. After a lifetime of sabotage that finally targeted my child, I, 29F, grew up with a sister, Lily, 31F, who was practically born with a spotlight over her head. My mother insisted she was special, sensitive, gifted, and destined for more. Lily was the chosen one, and everyone, especially me, was expected to revolve around her gravity. I didn't just grow up in her shadow. I grew up under her heel. But I didn't realize how bad it was until much later. Because when you're a kid, you believe what your family tells you. And mine told me Lily was just jealous sometimes, or just joking, or didn't mean it that badly. I believed them. But looking back, Lily had been trying to ruin my life from the very beginning, and everyone let her. It started small. If I drew something, she'd accidentally spill juice on it. If I made a friend, she'd whisper that I said mean things behind their back. If I got a new toy, she'd break it, and then cry so hard that I got punished for making her upset. But the worst part? My mother defended her every single time. She's emotional. She's sensitive. She doesn't understand how she hurts people. My father wasn't cruel, just passive, a keep the peace kind of man, and peace meant catering to Lily. I learned early, when Lily was happy, everyone was happy. When Lily was upset, the whole house had to bend around her tantrum. The first major betrayal was when I brought home my first real boyfriend at 16. He was cute, sweet, the kind who held doors and helped carry groceries. I was nervous introducing him to my family, normal teenager stuff. Lily was 18. She spent the whole dinner, touching his shoulder, laughing too loud, complimenting him nonstop, telling embarrassing stories about me that weren't true. I confronted her later and she said, "If you can't keep a guy, that's not my problem." He dumped me 3 weeks later. Then I saw a picture of them together on his MySpace page. I told my mother, crying. Her response: "Well, men do tend to gravitate toward stronger personalities." That line burned itself into my brain. It didn't stop with one boyfriend, or two, or 5. Nearly every guy I tried to date was somehow lured, manipulated, or guilt-tripped into leaving me for her. It became a game to her, a sport. And to my family, I was being dramatic. I got accepted into my dream university, something I worked incredibly hard for. I told my family, shaking with excitement. My father hugged me. My mother said she was surprised I managed it. Lily rolled her eyes. Then, 2 weeks before the start of term, I got an email from the university asking me to confirm some inconsistencies in my application. Confused, I called them. Turns out someone had emailed them from a fake address claiming to be me, confessing that I cheated on my entrance exams. My stomach dropped. The counselor read the email to me. It wasn't just a claim. It had long, detailed paragraphs describing behaviors, classmates, even specific teachers, things no one except someone in my house could know. I drove to the university in person. I cleared everything up, but the counselor said something that stuck with me. "It's fortunate you came in. The person seemed very determined to convince us you're dishonest." I didn't know who did it then. Not for sure. But 3 years later, during a fight about something trivial, Lily spat out, "You should thank me. If you couldn't handle one little email, you wouldn't survive college." That was the first time I realized she enjoyed the destruction. When I met my now husband, Mark, I tried so hard to keep him away from Lily at first. But families eventually collide. The first time they met, Lily put on her usual performance, overly friendly, flirty, touchy. But Mark wasn't like the guys from my past. When she tried leaning in too close, he stepped back. When she complimented him excessively, he looked uncomfortable. When she made suggestive jokes, he changed the subject. Later he told me, "Your sister gives me the creeps." For the first time in my life, someone saw Lily the way I did. That only made her hate him. When we got engaged, she escalated. She wore a white sequin dress to my engagement party. My mother defended her. "She's just expressing herself. Stop being insecure." She told my bridesmaids I was choosing them based on who worships me the most. She whispered to my fiancé that I had a long history of cheating and that she just wanted him to know the truth. He told me immediately. Lily cried when confronted. My mother hugged her like she was the victim. And then the worst part. Lily called my wedding venue pretending to be me and tried to cancel the entire event. I only found out because the manager called to confirm my decision. When I confronted Lily, she said, "If your relationship was strong, one canceled venue wouldn't break it."
Why did you leave me here? I never existed to you.
My mother's reaction? She made a mistake. She just wants more attention from you. I felt insane. I felt invisible. But I still tried to keep peace until the baby situation turned everything into something darker. After years of trying, I finally got pregnant. I was terrified to tell Lily, rightly so. When I announced it to the family, Lily stormed out without a word. My mother followed her like an emergency response team. For months, Lily pretended I didn't exist. Then she got pregnant. For a moment, I hoped things might change. But she miscarried, and she shattered. That part wasn't her fault. I felt horrible for her. But grief twisted into something obsessive. She began saying things like, "Your son should have been mine. I deserve that baby way more. God took my child and gave you one because he knows you'll screw it up. I'll make sure he grows up with someone responsible." At first, my family thought she was just grieving. But then, she started insisting, publicly, that she planned to pursue custody. She said I wasn't fit to be a mother because I was mentally unstable, her favorite lie, and that she had more maternal instinct than I ever would. My mother didn't shut her down. She agreed with her. "She's hurting, sweetheart. Let her say what she needs to. Let her say she wants to take my baby." That was nothing compared to what came next. I woke up one morning to a knock on my door. It was Child Protective Services. Someone had reported that my baby was underfed, that I left him alone for long periods, that I screamed at him that my home was filthy, none of which was true. The investigator was kind. She saw immediately that it was a false report, but she had to do her job. While she was there, my neighbor came over, furious on my behalf, and said she saw my sister in our driveway the afternoon before, pacing and talking on the phone. My stomach fell into a bottomless pit. I confronted Lily. She didn't deny it. She looked me straight in the face and said, "Maybe if you weren't such a bad mother, people wouldn't be worried." I told my parents. My mother said, "She didn't mean harm. She's grieving." That was it. The moment something inside me snapped. For the first time in my life, the rest of my family actually believed me. My father found texts between Lily and a cousin bragging that maybe CPS will knock some sense into her. My aunt overheard Lily telling someone that she was the only one who could raise that child right. My uncle admitted she had tried to undermine my job by calling my workplace with anonymous concerns. Suddenly, the extended family, who had always favored Lily, began avoiding her. Everyone saw the pattern. Everyone except my mother. My mother clung to her golden child like her life depended on it. When I told her I was cutting off Lily, she accused me of cruelty. "She's delicate. She's hurting. You should support her during this time. How dare you shut her out when she needs you the most?" When I said she wouldn't be allowed near my son ever again, my mother screamed that I was tearing the family apart. But I didn't bend. Not this time. I told every member of the family, no one is allowed to give Lily any updates about my life. No one is allowed to share pictures of my son. If Lily is at a family event, I will not attend. If anyone tries to surprise me with Lily's presence, I will leave instantly. If Lily ever shows up at my home again, I will call the police. Everyone agreed, except my mother. She called me heartless, unreasonable, cruel, ungrateful. She said Lily deserved my forgiveness because sisters fight. Sisters do not call child services on each other. Sisters do not try to steal each other's babies. Sisters do not sabotage relationships, jobs, weddings, and mental health for sport. Lily is not just a bad sister. She's dangerous. And I'm done sacrificing myself to protect her feelings. She tells relatives I'm punishing Lily for being the prettier sister, or that I'm jealous of Lily's emotional depth, or that I'm brainwashing the family against her. Some people believe her, some don't. But the message threads from Lily, alternately begging and threatening me, tell me everything I need to know. My child will grow up safe, loved, protected, but not around her. So, AITA for cutting off my sister completely and refusing to let her near my son for the rest of her life? Because from where I'm standing, this should have happened years ago.